Hi, I'm Phyllis from southernfrugal.com. We're eating a late breakfast lunch. We'll call it breakfast lunch because it's late. We got busy this morning and, before Christmas and all that. But anyway, we're going to have our smoothie anyway. All right, so this morning we're going to have some kale. I'll show you. We're having kale because this is the one that seems to make us feel the best when we have a green smoothie with kale. This is a large honey crisp apple, 3 juice oranges, and 2 really pretty mangoes. And we're going to have the large, I think these are ruby red grapes, and they do have seeds in them. So, and we're going to put a little agave if we need it to sweeten it up. And we're using the pure almond milk, and I like to use the almond milk because of the added calcium in it. All right, so I want to talk to you about the grapes for a minute. Several years ago, when I was vegetarian, I was really vegan because I didn't eat anything animal. And one of the things that we used, I got at the health food store, and it was a grapeseed mayonnaise, and I'll have to tell you, it's better than any other kind of mayonnaise in my opinion. It's really, really good. But it finally went up to $7 for this little jar. Little jar. And I just thought, enough's enough, because first of all, I had to drive a long way to the health food store anyway. So anyway, we went back to regular mayonnaise. We don't really eat that much anyway. But that kind of got me to the point where I did the research on the grape seeds. And certainly they're extremely healthy for you. And I made notes because I didn't want to forget anything. They're certainly perfectly safe to eat. And that's exactly why I bought these grapes. They've got seeds in them. Now, you can eat grapes with seeds in them and, just swallow the seeds, and you'll probably get some nutrients. But I suspect you get the most nutrients when you put it in the VitaMix and grind that seed all up. Now, here's another thing. We eat seeds when we eat beans, dried beans for sure. Those are seeds. But most of the time, plant seeds are where most of the nutrients are. Now, some seeds have poison, and I really suspect all seeds have some type of defense against bugs eating them. That just makes sense, doesn't it? But, apple seeds are really, you probably shouldn't eat apple seeds, but I think for them to be harmful to you, you'd have to eat a ton of them. But anyway, I want to get back to the grape seeds. So the grape seeds in these grapes is pretty large. Now, if you get like the green grapes, the seed isn't as large, and certainly the seedless have some semblance of a seed in them. And I used to get seedless all the time because we did the smoothie in a blender and it wouldn't grind up the seeds, but I'm sure this VitaMix is going to. All right, and the other thing is that the grape seeds contain, I'll just read this off so I don't forget anything, a lot of omega-3 fatty acids. They have vitamin A, E, C, and D. And of course they've got antioxidants, which kind of take care of the free radicals in your body, which is part of the thing that comes from aging. So they speed up cell renewal. And they have phytoestrogen. And, men and women have estrogen, okay? They do. Women just have a lot more than men do. But you need estrogen to regulate a lot of the functions in your body. And the estrogen, plant estrogen, is not the same as human estrogen. It's not nearly as strong. But anyway, it helps regulate body functions. And when I say that, I'm talking about the different functions in the thyroid, the pancreas, all those organs that help us to live. But the other thing it does, it can help regulate blood pressure. And so it's just got a lot of benefits, probably some of which we don't even know yet. So it's a good thing to use grapes with seeds in your smoothie to get those nutrients. Now, that being said about the grape seeds, I wanted to mention the oranges. See how small that orange is? I'm going to actually use 3 of them this morning in the smoothie. These are not navel oranges, and they're not seedless. But to me, they've got a real thin skin, and the juice from, I mean, that's what they're called, juice oranges. So I went ahead and got a bushel of the juice oranges this time. And now I'll have to tell you, the navel oranges are very convenient. They're easy to peel if you're just eating them, and you don't have to worry about any seeds. But I've certainly discovered that I don't like the pith on the orange in a smoothie. I can taste that little bitter taste, and I don't like that, so I'm not going to use it. Even though I know the pith is nutritious, my goal is to make sure that the smoothies always taste really good. Now, you won't keep eating them if they don't taste good. You know, you'll say, well, I'm going to do green smoothies every morning, and they don't taste good, and there's going to come a morning when you decide, I don't want that. And that's exactly what happened to us when we were trying the green smoothies before. But understanding that putting citrus in with the greens takes away that taste that you don't like. And that's certainly what we found to be true, because I've been just amazed that we could eat all these greens and we still really like it. They're really refreshing, but you do have to use some kind of citrus. Now, I've seen some of the videos where people put half a lemon in and that kind of thing, or lime, but I mean, I get the oranges at the farmer's market really cheap, so I'm just going to keep using the oranges, plus they're loaded with vitamin C and whatever. Alright, so I'm going to use the mango, and I'm going to call this orange mango smoothie. I'm going to put 2 mangoes in. These were so pretty, and they're just perfectly ripe. So yeah, I do think it's, you know, kind of a pain to get that big seed out of them, but I am going to peel them. They come from Ecuador, and anything that comes from somewhere other than this country, even if it says it's organic, I still peel it. I feel safer doing that. Alright, so we're ready to get started. I am going to use the almond milk a little bit, and I've got a whole tray of frozen almond milk that I'm going to use instead of ice. And I can't think of anything else. Alright, so hopefully we won't have an explosion this morning like we did yesterday. I think I learned my lesson really quick. The only thing that really messed up was this top cabinet, but it got it up pretty high on the cabinet. It's a powerful machine. Alright, I'm going to get the juice ready from the orange, peel the apple, peel the mango, and I've already washed the greens, so we'll be ready to go. So we'll be back in just a minute. Alright, I've got everything peeled and kind of cut up a little bit, and have gotten my frozen little cubes of almond milk out, and we're ready to get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to put in, let me see if I can get y'all closer. There. First thing I'm going to put in is going to be the grapes. And I did really wash these just to make sure they're good and clean. So I'm going to put those in first, because I want to make sure that those seeds are all ground up. So I'm just going to start it out on one. The seeds kind of look like black pepper in there now. They're pretty well ground up. Alright, so now I just want to make sure they were really good and ground up, because I want us to get all the nutrients out of those seeds. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and put in my kale. And of course, with the seeds, we've got some liquid down there on the bottom. Mash that down. And it looks to me like, with our smoothies, one of those big bags of kale would be about what we would use a week. And I know we probably shouldn't eat the same kind of green all the time, but I will kind of switch it out sometimes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put in the apple now. Mash that down. And I'm going to put in the mango. And pour in the orange juice. Now, from those 3 little small oranges, I got 1 cup of orange juice. All right, now all we like is the ice, and this is the ice from 1 full tray of almond milk. So I'm going to put that in. Hopefully I can get it all in here. It's kind of frozen itself together. All right, so we're ready. I think they make the lid like this so you can get a lot in it. This is a 64-ounce beaker too, by the way. All right. We're ready. This always makes me a little nervous because it's a little loud, but also the little explosion I had yesterday kind of made me a little more cautious. So I'm not going to put any agave until I can tell that we need it. Got me a spoon so I can taste it. All right, y'all. Now I'm not going to put any more of the almond milk in. We'll see if I've got enough liquid in there. So I'm started out on variable speed 1. Slowly turn it up to 10. Taste now. I really super like it using the almond milk ice cubes because that makes it really, really cold. All right, I'm going to give this a try. All right, I need just a little bit of agave, probably a tablespoon. That ought to do it. And by the way, I do like this amber colored one. It's just got the slightest hint of a taste of light brown sugar to me. All right, we're ready now. I'm going to mix that up just another few seconds. I made another mistake. You shouldn't start it out on high like that, but I did. Okay, I'm still learning. I'm really wanting this machine to be my buddy, you know, to work with me, right? And of course I have to follow the rules, but anyway, don't turn it up on high right to start with like that. Yeah. All right, so we're ready for our smoothie. And for some reason, every day now I seem to be making about the same amount. But no fear, because Mr. Bucky always drinks the extra. So we usually have a full, well, you can't even see, can you? Yeah, there. A full 20 ounces is what these glasses hold. And see, every morning I have that much left, but he comes in and drinks it, so probably is okay. All right, now I can tell you it's really, really cold. Super, super delicious. I cannot taste the kale at all. I can taste the mango. I can even taste the apple this morning. And the oranges. They were really good oranges. Yeah, this is very good and super refreshing. All right, I'll put the recipe I used for this. I mean, it's really just ingredients down in the description below. If y'all have any comments, leave them. I hope that I've influenced y'all to start using the green smoothies. I'm not sure why people use them for breakfast, but we always use the other kind of smoothies, that weren't green smoothies. They were fruit and vegetable smoothies. We always had those in the morning too, but I think you could have this for supper or lunch, really. All right, so we will see y'all next time.